Just gonna find our sacred center. Welcome to the 1010 Galactic Portal, 10-10-2020, significant day. And it's significant because we move through many portals. We've been speaking of many portals this year and for many years. And what makes this portal significant is that although you have been on a journey of ascension, this 1010 gate portal actually opens the doorway for the ascended staircase that will optimize through each flight of higher ascension. 10-10, 11-11, 12-12, all for the culmination of a massive light frequency that will be activating through you on the 12/21 winter solstice. That doorway initiated in its opening on 12/21 of 12. And coming to this 2020 year, clear vision. 2020, the number, numerologically 20, it's the awakening to see. And it comes with the 22, which is the master builder, the strong platforms, the creation of the new. Nothing that is transpiring here on planet Earth in this time frequency, nothing that's transpiring here. There is nothing that is transpiring here that you are not prepared for. Not only is it that there is nothing that can or will happen here that you are not prepared for, but it is also for you to really, truly know that you are creating it. All of us collectively as souls on this planet Earth, in this most initiating, activating time that has ever occurred in the frequency and the remembrance of this earth as it is as such, we have all said yes to being here. And the mind is the generator that is keeping you from seeing the absolute initiation truth, the initiatory truth of what it is you are remembering at your soul's level. So blessed be the mind. Thank it and send it. Send it back. Send it back so that the light that is the eminence of your truest remembrance might rise up. Send the mind back. Thank it. Send it back so that the light frequency that is coming from heart may rise up to be the most significant light frequency. You are completely prepared for all of this because you have created it. You had created it thousands of your years ago from soul perspective. You had created this long ago. And you have all gathered your frequencies here in this most significant time to be in the remembrance of the agreements that were made so long ago. And yes, there were timelines of creation, and we as the collective were not sure where the timelines were going to go. There was a moment in time not that long ago in your what you would consider to be your remembrance of time, where we as the collective of the overseers of light frequency that you will know as the collective, where we were not sure where you as a collective were going to choose to take your frequency. There was a pivot point some years ago where you as a collective had decided unanimously from a soul's perspective to initiate the activation of transformation into this higher frequency of which you are walking through the portal of now. And we were not sure because you are all of free will. So you had chosen several timelines for your creation. And you have chosen to collapse the ones that had the entirety of your humanity not moving forward. And in fact, in a complete collapse. You have chosen to destroy that timeline is what it is that we have wanted to say. And you have chosen collectively as a complete organism of light. That's what we want to say. You see yourselves as individuals. And we understand and we respect your individuality. And in fact, it is part of what makes you as a human so unique and so bountiful in so many ways is that you have this free will, and you choose in every moment how you're going to express it. But we also want you to understand that much like the cells of your body, there is a communication and a communion that creates the collective at large. So you only see yourself in the separation, but not one cell of your physical body is separate. In fact, from all of the other cells, they must move in some kind of a format, some kind of a union. They must move. Every cell of your body communicates, just like each of you as human frequencies are part of the collective organism, and you all operate as your own cells in communion and communication. And so what this initiation in this day is offering to each of you is the galactic star code of the 1010 frequency is upon you. Is that it is time that you see that your cell has the capacity to be stripped away of its old imprint, its old overlays, as if you were to take the pearl that was once the grain of sand and to polish it so that it may be in its fullest light orb. This is you, dear ones, here on this planet, not just in this day, but in all the days of which you have experienced. And we want to say that the initiation of your pearl essence is here. So we will guide you through a journey, and we invite you to come into the pause that is inside of you, if it is in service in this moment, whether you're hearing this, receiving this in the live space, or you're receiving it in any other space of time. This is where you understand that there is no difference in time or space, that everything is happening in congruence with everything that has happened and will happen. So wherever you are on this earth plane in this moment, please do know that you are moving through an initiation that is so spectacular that we who observe and support you from the outer aspects are in awe. We are in awe of you. So we're inviting you to come and to breathe and to move into that deeply planted pearl that is alive in your own being. To find it, to seek for it, and without judgment to allow it to express itself to you, and exactly as it is wanting to present to you in the here and in the now. Ask that your pearl of your greatest wisdom and light be shown to you in this moment. And this is received and achieved from your inside gaze, finding it wherever it may reside within your being. And when you find this pearl, you are finding it almost as a mother would find her newest creation. You approach it with love. You approach it with honor. You approach it in wonder. For this is the pearl of your truest light. And for some, it may be so magnificent that it is hard to place your gaze upon it, for its brightness is extraordinary. We do recognize this. And if you are in any way struggling to find the bounty of your own pearl of light, of wisdom, worry not. It is not that it is not brilliant in its own light. It is that so much has resisted against you being in the presence of being able to receive it and see it in its fullness, that there is still some release to do. None of the expressions are wrong. They are all of light, and they are all right. So if you are seeing that there is a shadow that is perhaps protecting, we will call it your greatest expression of your pearl light, remember that you are the magician, that you are the magic one. And with one intention, you can poof the veils of the illusions that have held it in the shadows and watch it reveal. Wherever it is that you find this pearl, we ask you to move it or to expand it into your heart, or the expression of your heart. And we ask with each breath that you allow the initiation of its frequency to expand so that it has the capacity to move up, clearing in both directions, a clear pathway for the full expression of your pearl wisdom, your pearl light, to move both through earth and through heaven frequencies. We are reminding you this day that you are the conduit of the fullest expression of the light codes. And every time you open yourself up into the bounty of greater expression, of greater eminence, greater light, you too are opening up the frequency of the deliverance of these light codes to this Gaia Earth, and of which you have agreed to serve in this lifetime. So as you are opening with your greatest pearl light, white expression, or whatever color of which it chooses to express itself through you, you are allowing its wisdom to expand through you and beyond you. We welcome you to see that as this opening occurs, that there are number sequences that are also coming as coded lights, frequencies. You might perceive them as coming down from heaven or coming straight in from heart. It does not matter where you receive them, but it is important that you open to the receiving of them. Many of you will begin to see numerical codes, and they will form an order. For many of you, there will be a sequence of 4 numbers. Whatever these numbers are, they are unique to you. And if you are not receiving them in a space of which you can capture them from your mind's eye, worry not, they are being implemented into the frequency that is you. If you are able to catch these 4 sequenced code activation numbers, then please do remember them. Continue with your breath. We are wanting you to know that we are connecting these light code numerical frequencies across the great expanse. That we are honored to be here with you in this space, but we are connecting with millions of people across this great expanse in this very moment. And there is a 10-hour activation frequency that will bestow itself across planet Earth. And all of you are part of the activation and part of the frequency. Whether you are raising your hand to say yes in full presence, or your subconscious, your higher self, has raised its hand to initiate the sequence to activate you into your greatest presence. Make sure that you are breathing and moving and allowing. We ask that you see that there is a sequence that has been expanded within your heart, that this pearl of light has expanded, and it is opening itself as a portal for you to move through. Your numerical codes, if they are remembered in cognitive time or not, are the gatekeepers, we will say, to open this frequency. And we are welcoming you collectively to take your first step, the riser of which you see in front of you. It may be a large step, worry not, there are hands to pull you upwards. Or it may be a small step, worry not. Significance is not measured in the space between each riser. The significance is that you have said yes and that you have arrived. As you take your step, you will see that there is a new landscape that is available for you. You may see this as colors or as a picture. You may see it as an expression of nature. You may see it as a symbol, or you may feel it as an expanse. We want you to know that it matters not what pieces or parts of this your mind attaches to, for this is not being offered to your minds. This is being offered to the remembrance of you as the soul who said yes, and who is a very key component to the entire birth of Mother Earth. As you land upon this new step, we will call it, for lack of a better word, as you land upon this landing, know that there will be time for integration, and you will take the next grand step when we meet again on the 11/11. This space for you in this days that are in between these steps, these landings, are for your integration. We ask you to be mindful, to not get too derailed or distracted from the outside stories that will be pulling you in multiple directions. The greatest story that has ever been written, dear ones, is the story that is available for you to receive, that is behind the lens, that is behind your eyes, that is in your pearl gate of wisdom. It is the greatest story that will ever be told. And the truth is that it is the story, it is the pathway, it is the place that will deliver you and the collective to the new frequency of which you have said yes to. So we ask you, we remind you, as you are in the remembrance of, to be conscious of where you are choosing to put your energy in any given day, and where you hand over what you believe or perceive to be true outside of yourself will only delay your opportunity to be in your greatest resonance of the truth that is alive within you. So we ask you, because we can only ask, because you are free will, but we ask you to stay true to thyself, and the truth shall be revealed through you. Where you're getting distorted by too much information, please do know that this is an intentional distortion to keep you from your greatest truth. Because when you rise into the remembrance of who you are as a fully expressed light frequency, then too the entirety of this planet Earth shall rise in its frequency. This is no small feat, dear ones. We want you to know that we are here in the strength, and we are here in many to support you, to give you a hand up when it is time for you to take the next step. And you might perceive that you're stepping down and stepping up and stepping down and stepping up. And we do know that this frequency is frustrating and confusing for you. But we want you to know that just as the child takes its first steps and falls down and stands up and falls down and stands up, there is a moment of time where the child is even the child is confident in its steps, and then there is no stopping them. Much is the same for you. We ask you to move with patience, and we ask you to move with an expression of love for yourself, that may be in greater compassion than you have ever before allowed. We hold this frequency of great compassion and tremendous love for you, just as the mother holds the child until the child can hold it for itself. We are here in the remembrance, and we are here in our full expression of the 13. We are the Council of Light. We are the Federation of all activation of light. We are here in our full service to you, in honor of the service of which you have said yes to initiate and activate, to this, the Gaia, to the expanse as you walk through the portal, and there is no going back, dear ones. The initiation of this portal moves you into a sovereignty that you will find comfort in and ease in a time that has not been comforting or ease-filled. And we would like to say to you that upon the initiation, the completion of this 10-10-2020 activation in the 10 hours of which it will be assimilating through you and through the collective, when it is complete, there is no going back. Nor is there desire for any backsliding into anything that is behind you. For standing firmly on this landing shall give you the light frequency and the capacity for the expansive joy that you have been asking for. We are completing this frequency this day, dear ones. We are honored to be in your presence in this moment, as we are in all of the moments, because we know, as you know, that the greatness that is before you is written in the stars, is coded in your DNA, and has been living deeply within the well of your Gaia Earth from the moment of her creation. We love you. We are with you. And we are here. We are here. We are here. And it is complete. So finding your way in the acknowledgement of the pearl light, the pearl wisdom that is you. Staying in that space, if that is the space that is serving you to stay in. For as long as it takes for you to find your own completion. There is no time sequence. Time is all an illusion. So you move as you are called to move. They want you all to know, again, that you are the talk of the galaxies. You, every one of you, holds a frequency, holds a purpose, holds a bounty of light, holds a resonance of something that is so superhuman that you haven't even been able to hold the truest frequency of it yet. They want you to know that the step to the landing for the new landscape that you just said yes to has the capacity to bring you into an expression that is so innate and so true to who you are that you too will be in awe of you. We are all in this together, dear ones. We are all here as a pure frequency of love and pure frequency of light. Any of the human play that keeps you from that is just human play. Do not attach to it. Move beyond it. Surrender it over. Release it and ask to be shown the pathway of your least resistance. Stay in your light, and we shall rise as one, and we shall usher in this new earth through our love, through our frequency, and through our soul's agreement. I love you. I am honored to be here with you, to walk this path. Have a bountiful and a beautiful day, and find space inside this day and be in this frequency until it is so expansive that there is nothing else that can exist other than it. I love you. Bye for now.